welcome friends once again to the NPTEL MOOC program on handling large scale data using Stata as part of the course we have already started. This is our 11th lecture in this module, and we have so far discussed largely on understanding large scale data. Over last 2 weeks, if you remember, we discussed 3 important databases where we identified the core aspects of the data to be used in Stata. So, now this is the 11th lecture where we will be discussing how to initiate the Stata application, and accordingly we have specified the title of the lecture as Introductions to Stata. So, now onwards you will be given the module on handling Stata. So, this week particularly on the session is purely dedicated to different aspects of Stata, different features of Stata, and there are so many commands in Stata we will be discussing in detail. So, now let me proceed for our detailed discussion. Now, let me give you the backdrop of Stata as a starting point of our analysis of our application. As you all know that it is the company Stata with the name Stata Corp. In 2016 mentioned quote and unquote, I have to quote this phrase because this encompasses the detailed information of Stata. It is a complete integrated statistical software package that provides everything you need for the data analysis, management and their graphics. So, in 2 or 3 lines we are expecting all those answers using the Stata, also with the large data set. Now, this allows us to store, manage large as well as small data sets. Large we have already discussed, large and small data sets earlier we discussed, but in simple meaning it is basically covering a huge number of variables as well as observations. So, row by column in Excel sheet if you are working, large and small differences can be easily understood. Now, since this package actually allows to store, manage and also help in undertaking many statistical analysis, and also we can generate very good graphs out of it. Now, the website for as a starting point for you to look at is www.stata.com. If I just click it, it will be redirected to the screen, but I think you can handle on your own. So, I am not spending time for it. Now, since I am going to use Stata software, this is a licensed version, and you cannot operate Stata on your own without any licensed version. This is the first requirement. It is better to go for a licensed version, and these are paid. But what Stata has done, Stata Corp or the company has done, for the learner or like students and instructor, they give a short term license request depending upon your requirement, and they generally allow 1 week permission. Okay, and I have already attached the information for you to fill up the form and get the license for 1 week, and it is the prerogative of Stata to provide for this particular software. And I will suggest that before reading our other commands in these slides and in our successive slides, you should procure 1 copy of Stata, okay, and that will be very useful for better understanding. Now, let us move on to the understanding of various data sets, various statistical packages available for social scientists or for even for the corporates, for the managers in their different companies to handle different information or different data sets. For us data we have highlighted here, you can look at why data is important and why it is so necessary based on how easy you can handle and how better data manipulation you can do and related to data analysis, also affordability of that particular state I mean software. So, you just have a comparison for your idea for your knowledge, it will be useful. Now, let me move on to the next set of information for you as a starting point for the learner, for the first time users of Stata. Now, as I already mentioned, this package was initially created in 1985 by Stata Curve, and its capabilities include management of data, analysis with statistical tools, graphics, then simulations, then we usually refer regression, we usually apply regression techniques and many customs programming. So, the name Stata must be intriguing to you. Why it is Stata? It is a syllabic abbreviation of the word statistics and data. So, both the informations are actually combined together for the acronym Stata. The first version of Stata, as I already pointed out, that is Stata 1.0, was released in 1985. The latest version which you should procure for your better understanding and analysis is Stata 16, and this is available, released already by Stata Curve in June 2019. Now, let me also introduce you with different version of Stata. Now, different version of Stata are generally are actually 3 version of Stata are available. One is Stata IC, IC stands for intercooled version, and second one is special edition, and the third one is multi-processor or multi-core version. So, let me also tell you that in Stata, let me also show you, once you open that link, you can able to understand the Stata, like if you if you open the Stata software, this will look like this, this will look like this. Okay. The Stata version will actually look like this, and we have already installed in our system, and this is the version. I am going to introduce all its points, all its entries, different windows. I will discuss very clearly to you, but for your clarity, if you want to understand that which different versions are available, what maximum space are available in different version, but for your just for your clarity, I am just mentioning here that you please do one thing. I will help you, I will let you know later why am I doing all those operation. So, I am just going by one operation, one command for some clarity that that will help us it will come, I think, set. Without that also I think it will come. So, I am just writing here help. Help is the command we are going to use many times to understand Stata in detail. So, I have written for something to show you that help set max var. So, maximum variable it is here given here, maximum variable is given here, it is visible in the result window. I will just come in a short while. So, let me just have enter, I am just entering the command in the screen. What is being popped up, you just look at what is being popped up here for you. Okay. So, I was just looking at which type of versions are there for us, which versions are there for us. Let me make a bigger screen for you, that it is here. Now, so let me close these for a minute. Okay. So, this is the versions MP version, look at here MP version, then special edition version and intercooled version. IC stands for intercooled, then special edition, then multiprocessor version. Now, each version has different space, space in the sense it occupies different byte space as well as different variables observations. I will clarify in that PPT. Okay. So, for your just for your knowledge, you can have an idea of this particular table. Okay. You just type this command, I will clarify later. So, you will understand. Now, let me move to our slide once again. Okay. Now, the very the standard version of Stata is none other than intercooled version. The intercooled version is actually is the version which can handle up to 2048 variables, and which is at maximum covering 798 independent variables at a time and 2 billion observations. Whereas, the special edition is mentioned here, that can handle 32,767. This was already given in that window. I have already mentioned this was there in the window. Now, I am again for your clarity I am just putting a double click here, it will give you the same 32,767, then 2048, then 1,20,000, these are there. Okay. I have already explained to you. Now, let me move on to the slide. So, these are the information we derive from the Stata itself. We are not writing on our own, these are actually derived from the version. Now, the MP version covers the third version is called the MP version, that covers 1,20,000 variables with that is of 532 independent variables. Okay. We will clarify all those operations and how much independent variables are covered and how much you can set, which command to be set, like for our version. Let me show you one thing here for your clarity. Now, look at the window of the Stata which is loaded in our system. You can get the demo version and do it. Now, on the top left corner, it is clearly mentioned the Stata/AC 15.1. Okay. So, standard this is the special edition of Stata which covers 32,767 variables. So, this is the version we are operating right now. I think most of our research can be done with the help of the special edition. If you cannot able to procure the MP version, you can able to do it with this version. Okay. Now let me move on to the next slide, clarifying the very basics command of Stata. Now, there are multiple basically how to launch this data. There are multiple ways to do that. One is if you just go to the start bottom of your computer and all program and Stata. Let me show you in a short while. Now, here is the start button. If you go to the start, then all programs, then you will get the Stata. Since Stata we haven't Stata is in our system, in our computer. So, it will be actually popped up. Any kind of software is there, it will be automatically come. Okay. It will be automatically there. Now, once you load it, it will come, and we are operating from our system, and let me now move to how to do it. Okay. Once you load it, you will certainly get that. Now, another option for you is to start is through double clicking on the icon. Once you have installed it or loaded in your system, maybe on desktop or in your computer or laptop, this type of icon will be there. This type of icon will be there for sure. So, and once you double click on it, that particular screen will be coming for sure. Now, Second one is by double clicking on a previously created stata do file, you can get that window also. Okay. Like I will tell you what is the do file and how to go for that do file. I will clarify successive in my successive slides. Okay. Similarly, double clicking on a previously created data sets, like like you have a data set, we have already shown you 3 data sets, ISDS, NFHS and NSS data sets. Each data set is actually available with .dta file. .dta file is the extension of stata file. Okay. Do file, we will clarify what do you mean by do file. Do file usually we save our commands or syntax, okay, and those can be also operated just by double clicking on that particular file. We will operate it for you and clarify it to you. Okay. And now let me also clarify some of the other important aspects of the interface as part of our introduction lecture. In our next lecture, we have the data set, screen of the data set, different variables are mentioned, some of the operations will be made. Now, let me quickly go to the interface, the window of that particular version of the stata. Once you have installed it, now there are different parts of the interface. One is, this is called menu bar, starting with I think it is there. Let me first tell you, then we will come back to this particular one. Here is the screen, okay. The menu bar, the toolbar, then there are different windows of our operation related activities in stata, like review window, result window, then variable window is here, result window is here, then review window is here, then properties window is here, then command window, then log status. Okay. We will clarify, and I mean better to first start with the main menu. Main menu is mentioned here and toolbar is mentioned here. Okay. Now, just try to see it from the software, the stata software. So, main menu I have already clarified to you. Tool menu is just available below to that of the main menu, and the review is written here. You can find out review is written here, review is here, then review, then variable window, then properties window, then command window, then result window, and then log window is not visible. Once we go for log file, I will clarify what you mean by log file. The log file has certain options to save. So, once you save that, it will automatically pop up whether it is log file is on or it is off. Okay. Now, I will clarify it. So, let me go to the previous slide once again. Now, as I already mentioned, it has main menu, then toolbar, windows, then let me just clarify something inside it, like the main menu, that is the narrow toolbar located at the top screen, and then toolbar that is located just below the main menu I have already mentioned. Now, windows I have already shown to you, there are 5 main windows there, that is result, review, command, variables, properties window. So, broadly 5 windows are going to be very useful while operating with stata. Okay. And except for the result window, each window has its name in its title bar. So, result window it does not have, look at result window is visible here, it does not have a title bar, otherwise all other have their own title bar. Okay. Now, stata is actually a command driven package, as well as it has drop down menus. So, it is a command window, command based menus. We can type command, and we can also operate through the drop down menus like this. Drop down menus we are referring, like if I just click file, it will give you other options, like click edit, it will give other options. If you click data, it will give so many options. Similarly, graph, statistics, user, window, there are so many operations will come, and we will clarify one by one. Now, let me move into the next aspect. I think I have already clarified this. We will also decode each of the explanation given in variable, even in properties, even in command, even in these small notations inside it, small symbols inside it. Okay. There are so many aspects will be discussed in our slides as well as in our lecture. Now, the main menu, as I already mentioned, that is also called the interactive menus, so simply if you can point over that particular main menu, it has popped up with it has resulted several other indicators, options, and you like these options are the options, main menu options are given: file, edit, data. I have already shown to you. Now, what do you mean by file menu? The file menu can be used to open data sets. Also, it helps in importing data sets available in other formats, executing a do file. Do file will tell you, this is bit technical, and we can save that those operations you usually do in other softwares, other apps. So, but do file is technical, will tell you. Similarly, data export, exporting data set and quitting this data, and how you can able to quit. Let me just show you here. Like in the file menu, look at this. Now, you can open the data set wherever you have saved, it will open. If you have a .dta extension based files are there, or files are there, it will automatically, if you click on, it will come to your window. Okay. We are not loading right now, we have other versions. I will clarify which other options are also easy for you to operate. Okay. Now, let me move on to other edit option, like copying, pasting of the command or result, log windows, log, this is technical, we will clarify in our successive slides. Similarly, it is useful to copy a table in result window to another file. You wanted to take the result to your Word file or to Excel file. So, this is going to be very useful, and which version you should copy will clarify. Okay. Similarly, data menu, it helps in describing the data, manipulating the data, then graphics. Similarly, graphics menu, statistics menu, it contains different statistics for your knowledge, for your interest. Let me just have a point over on particular statistics. Look at so many things, like summarize tables, test, linear models. We usually go for OLS regression model, linear regression, regression diagnostic test are there, ANOVA, MANOVA. There are so many operations are there, panel data, okay, and binary outcomes like logistic regressions, and so many. Those who go for experimental design, they have also some options. Okay. So, you will explore later on. Now, let me proceed further. Now, others are like user menu. User menu contains users supplied stata commands like this. It contains some like some you will get the, if you have the data, it will show it, and if you have graphics, it will show it. Some statistics, if you already done it, it will show it actually. But right now, since we haven't yet started, I cannot show you, but user menu is also going to be useful. Similarly, window menu, that helps in navigating among the windows. Okay. Now, if you just control and tab, if you just click control and tab, it will automatically navigate from table, then review, then variables, then properties, then command automatically. Let me try for you. Control and tab. I am just going to do it here for you. You can just have a look. Control, then tab. Okay. Oh, this is tab. So, tab, now review is being popped up, control then tab, now variables is being popped up. Now, then tab is actually showing your properties. Another, if you control and tab, it will show you the further details of the properties. Then control tab, a command window is being highlighted. Now this is being highlighted. Now if you again do control and tab, it will again come back to the review, and this is these are the command you must remember. It help you to fasten your operation, and it makes you very easy to operate data for quicker results. Generally it is suggested for the users to remember and keep it with a handy mode. Okay. Now let me go to the help menu. Help menu, as I already told you, if you go for help, it shows that so many commands, like if you simply type here, I have already told you that like this, if you type help here, help, okay, help of anything like if you want tabulation, you want to tabulate, okay, help tabulate, it will give you so many options, okay, like tabulate one way tabulation, two way tabulation, or other way tabulation, okay, tabulate as well as summarize, okay, it will give you, okay. Similarly, if you want to get help, you want some data, ready data available, like ready data available. So one command we are going to tell you, system use, but right now let me skip it. We have all those detail in our slide. I will explain it later. Okay. So let me move into our next slide. It has all those coverage. Now what the toolbar contains? The toolbar contains all those things. I have already shown you toolbar. These are the toolbar below to that of our main menu. So toolbar contains this. So it provides shortcuts to some frequently used facilities. Now place the cursor on each of the icon to know about its functions. Okay, the way I have done it. Like there is a folder, if you just click on it, it will redirect you to the available data set in your computer, you can open that. Alright. Now let me move into the next. Now similarly for save, print, log file, we are going to tell you in detail use to create log file, pause, resume, exit or log of a session. Like let me just tell you, that is the way. Here is the log file icon. I have simply clicked on it. Once again I have simply pointed over that particular log. It's shown as log, log begin, close, suspend, resume is written. Otherwise from the file also, like from here from the file we have also a log option. Here is the log, okay, begin, then close. If you already opened the log, it will be there for sure. Okay. So now let me move into the our further details, otherwise I will be completely lost in that particular command. There are so many other options. Similarly viewer, so resource for obtaining help in detail are available. So log file actually, as I already mentioned, it saves the output in text format from the execution of commands, exception of graphs. Okay, graphs cannot be saved in text format, as you all know. So there are, you need to actually save it differently, all right, in different window. So graphs popped up in different window. Similarly, another one is their do file editor. Click here to launch the do file editor. It is always suggested to all of you that you please start with the do file editor. Okay, do file editor, likewise this. Here is the do file here. Now since no data is there, no data loaded in this software, we are going to load it. If I use system use, just for your clarity, I'm trying to do it within 1 minute. That let me backspace it. I will just load a data for you. Now system sysuse is the command. You will tell you. Now I am deliberately trying to get one data set, life exp. I know the I know the database. where it is located. So, I will tell you also. Now, the data file is loaded, okay, with its variables, with its different nature of data. I am going to clarify in a short while, but otherwise for your clarity, if you want to open the database directory for you, so you just simply go to the CSUS, this is, and you simply type directory dir, okay. It will give you all option data sets which are already available in Stata directory, okay. I have used, for the timing I have used the life expectancy data for the analysis. So, you, here is the data, the second one, the first one, life.exp.dta, okay. So, you can do it on your later or when you are going to use it, you can use it simultaneously. Let me proceed to our explanation. So, we are going to do it, do file. Once data file is loaded, since we have already come up with the data, you can create the do file like this, then it should pop up, do file should come, right. Anyway, it is there, but I am going to get it in a slide, I will get it for sure, otherwise it should be there. But let me also show you the data which we are trying to refer. This is the data we are trying to refer, okay, and let me try it, okay. So, we have those details, do file editor details are there, I will open it for sure. Now, Stata do files are, let me clarify what you mean by do files. Stata do files are text files where the users can store their commands and reuse it for reproduction of results rather than typing them again, okay. Similarly, it has two options. One is regarding data, we have two options. One is data edit, one is another is called data browse. It has this column, these two are there. I am just putting my cursor here. This is data edit and this is data browse, okay. It is always suggested to go for data browse instead of data editor. If unless you do not require some kind of recoding, editing of the data, and you know where to edit, if you do not have those capture, do not have those necessities, better not to open the data edit. Always always better to check the data browser, okay. It is there, all those details are mentioned in this particular slide, you can explore, okay. Now, similarly, once you have opened the data, you have operated with certain command, but somewhere it has been paused. So, what you do, you click on this one, here is the arrow, the down arrow, next to the close, the break one, this is a down arrow, it will pop up with a color, okay, and once you click it, it will actually work, okay. Now, if there is any kind of pause due to the system problem, and it will actually operate correctly, okay. Similarly, break, if it is completely problematic and you have already run a command which is wrongly redirected you, and that too it is taking huge time, you wanted to get rid of this problem and you wanted to come at the end of that result, and it may be the case that it is not so essential for you, you simply break that, okay, break and start your next operation. Now, let me tell you the command window. Command we have already shown you, here is the command at the bottom, okay. I am not spending more time on it. Now, this command has so many options, you know, I will operate, so I am not spending more time on it, because without command it is not that not possible to operate data. Otherwise, even it is possible, there are some drop down menus, if you click on it also it is still possible, but better to go by the command based operation, okay, it is faster. So, it supposed copying, pasting command, going for command history, functions. Similarly, page up, I mean from the command window, pressing page pressing page up, steps backward through the command history, page down, like I will operate, when I operate I will tell you, you just remember this, I am going to tell you in detail, that if you just press off, page up, not press up, page up, page, there are in the keyboard keyboard, these options are there. Since this is a short keyboard, if you you just let me tell you, in this particular one it is not there, since I am using the digital version of it, and in your keyboard page up is there. Okay. If you click the page up, it will actually pop up with the previous command, and page down it will give you the next command. Okay. You just open your keyboard, you will find out. Next to all those arrows, you will get those commands. Similarly, the tab auto completes a partially typed variable name when possible. Similarly, if you have already entered some wrong command, like wrong command you have already entered there, and you want to escape that, you want to get rid of, instead of typing or erasing all, simply type escape in your keyboard. It would automatically escape like this. If you have written something wrong, okay, ESC, go for it. Like escape is there, but in the keyboard there are some problems. If I simply click escape, okay, so like you have written something, you want to get rid of that particular command, and you simply type escape, it will erase all the command. Okay. And so that is how it is important. Now in the result window, this is the result window, we have not yet explained. It contains all the command information that has already been entered, and there are textual results entered during the stata session, including error message. For example, any wrong command you have entered, the error message will also be displayed in the command. We will show you all those details later on. Okay. Now similarly, the the review command. Review command I have already shown you at the left hand side of the screen here, and the left, on the very left of left hand side of the command. For example, you have given any wrong command here, it will highlight with a red color. Okay. Like you will operate on your own, what I said, otherwise all those correct reviews are highlighted in black color. Alright. If you want to filter further, these filter buttons are there. I have already shown you with its symbol, and the further those filter can be also saved for further use. Okay. We will explain all those things later. Now variable window at the right hand side is being displayed. So with variable, so many variables are there, but for our inbuilt data, which from the stata curve we have taken, that contains 4 or 5 variables. Now we are now showing a different variable source. So you can get it further details while we are in operation. Okay. And similarly, the properties window, it gives which kind of variable it is, whether it is a string variable, whether it is a numeric variable or not, all those details will be displayed. Okay. Now this is actually particularly introduced in version 12 onwards. Okay. And okay. Now if you are clicking on that particular variable, it will show you the variable details. But if you have clicked so many variables, it will give us shared information. Okay. Now since we have discussed the background of stata, we have shown you different bottoms of stata, different points of stata, some basic operation of stata we did. Like I do remember that we are going to explain you further on log files, we are going to explain you further on do files. Do files was not opening because our data was not clearly loaded in the system. So in the next one we are going to show you with those operations. Okay. With this let me close here. We will look forward to the next class. Thank you.